Hey, I'm Megan, and this is 10 microeducation apps in 10 days. It's a self-imposed challenge where I build one tiny, functional, shareable app every single day for 10 days straight. So this did not go as planned. I had initially wanted to create a Claude native app, something that just lived inside of Claude, that could generate exit tickets. I very quickly realized while Claude generated a very good looking app, it was hard coding values in because having it contained within Claude means that it does not have the ability to use tools or to make calls outside of Claude. It really is generating, so an app within Claude works if it's a very specific task you're having it do that doesn't require it to gather information. What it's really doing when you ask it to build something is it's mocking up what it would look like and providing you the code. So ideally you would take that code and then deploy it and add in the backend that you need so that it functions properly. Well, that wasn't something that I really wanted to do today, being that it is so late and it's still a weekday. Have to work tomorrow. So I decided, because anything AI worked so well for the app that we did yesterday and other apps that I have built, I really like how it generates really good looking apps very quickly. So I decided to put the prompt into anything AI to see what it came up with. So I asked it to create this app for me. I want an exit ticket generator. I want a web app for educators. So the purpose is to create customized exit tickets for any lesson. And I asked it for a couple fields. So subject area as a dropdown, grade level as a dropdown, learning objective or topic as a text field, and any student supports or accommodations optional as a text field, and then the desired question formats as checkboxes, and you can check as many that apply, and then the number of questions, a slider from 1 to 5, and then I want it to then produce an exit ticket for the given lesson. So I also included, for the UI, I want it to look like an old-fashioned train ticket. So I decided this because I wanted to see what anything AI would throw out on the first generation. And I said the form field should be placed as spots on the train ticket that text would normally be located, and I wanted a legible but vintage looking font. So I really like what it came up with. So you can see this was my first prompt. And so it worked on it and generated what I was asking for, and then told me that it is ready and we can generate it by clicking this button. So I haven't tested it yet. Let's see what happens. Let's choose mathematics. I used to be a math teacher, so I'm actually going to choose 9th grade, and I want the topic to be factoring trinomials, and I'll leave the supports and accommodations blank for now, and I will go and choose I want equations. Let's leave it at 3, but you can see this moves nicely, and let's generate that exit ticket and see if it one-shotted an app for us. So the fact that it's taking a long time makes me wonder if, yep, so failed to generate an exit ticket. So let's see what it's showing. Okay, so it probably has to do with the integration that it provided. What I'm going to do is copy all this and feed it back to the app. I'm going to troubleshoot this a little bit and then come back. All right, we have a functional app. So it's not perfect. I didn't edit much of the appearance of it because it's so late, but we have it, it works. I got N8N to work, which is exciting also. But what we can do here is put in our selections. I'm going to say factoring trinomials with a leading coefficient of 1. We'll choose equations, and I will ask to generate the exit ticket. All right, so here we have an exit ticket. This, I would, if I worked on this a little longer, I would make this look a little better. I would have an option to download it as a PDF, but for now, we have an exit ticket. These are equations that can be factored, so this works. Leading coefficient of 1, like I asked for. And let me show you quickly what the N8N automation looks like. So very simple. The app takes the webhook from here and passes the information from the form into the automation. Then I have it messaging a OpenAI model, and I chose O4 Mini because that is the cheapest, the smallest model that still produces good results. I have a prompt here that says you're an educational expert specializing in creating exit ticket questions, and it tells it that it is taking this information, which I then provide here. I asked Anything AI to send the information as json.body.subject, json.body.grade, etc. And then I'm asking it to return a JSON object with this structure. So this, for example, the questions as an array, and then the type of questions that it's producing. Okay, then, very simple, I gave it one tool, SERP API, so the ability to Google, and then I connected that to a response to webhook, which means it takes what it gets here and sends it back through the webhook to the app, and then the app receives the results from the webhook, and then that is what it is putting into the fields here. So pretty simple. Took me a while to get it because I had tried to do it in Claude, but ended up realizing it needed to be its own standalone app. So here we have it. That is day 4's small app done.